Spell debris. The next word is obesity. Your word is resilience. The next word is personnel. Your word is residential. Spell negotiation. Next up, quill. Quill. Spell disappointment. All right, spell acculturate. Next up, pygmy. Your word is agriculture. Spell narcissistic. Spell absorb. The next word is burial. The next word is still. Your word is size. Your word is defy. Your word is town. Your word is dairy. All right, spell echo. Spell cabin. Spell margin. Can you spell congratulate? Your word is lightning. The next word is concentration. Can you spell circle? Spell vague. Can you spell syntax? The next word is offender. Spell lather. Can you spell workout? All right, spell vein. All right, spell erupt. Erupt. All right, spell state. Your word is length. Next up, sigh. All right, spell duck. All right, spell cliff. Can you spell immobilize? Spell meditate. The next word is paradox. Next up, betray. The next word is ionize. Can you spell automatic? Your word is gold. All right, spell diesel. Can you spell rye? Rye. Spell pie. All right, spell greedy. All right, spell quack. Next up, suck. Suck. Your word is convey. All right, spell random. Your word is pray. Can you spell trauma? Your word is rally. Can you spell giant? Spell appetite. Can you spell gallant? Next up, excellent. All right, spell furious. Spell tremendous. The next word is abstract. Can you spell broccoli? Broccoli. Can you spell chronic? Spell embassy. Next up, uncomfortable. Spell periodically. Spell refugee. The next word is consumption. Can you spell violation? Next up, silhouette. The next word is phlegm. Can you spell epiphany? Epiphany. champagne. The next word is myriad. Your word is discombobulate. Spell rambunctious. Your word is house. Your word is noble. All right, spell monk. Next up, word. Can you spell human? Spell power. All right, spell bingo. Spell update. Update. All right, spell new.
So we supposed to be quiet. Y'all listen for power.
Your word is hungry. All right, spell thesis. All right, spell alliance. Next up, firefighter. Next up, seldom. Spell pigeon. Spell breakthrough. Spell formidable. The next word is wrist. All right, spell imprisonment. Your word is tangerine. All right, spell atmospheric. Spell albeit. All right, spell strategic. Strategic. Can you spell favorable? Next up, controversial. Your word is anaphylactic. Spell predominantly. The next word is misconception. The next word is ideological. All right, spell encore. Encore. Spell subterranean. Spell venerate. Venerate. All right, spell pear. Next up, film. Can you spell exert? Can you spell robust? Can you spell ink? Can you spell forbid? Forbid. The next word is filter. Your word is still. All right, spell ash. Can you spell clever? The next word is agnostic. Spell anatomical. Spell bizarre. Next up, telepathy. The next word is diesel. Your word is suck. Next up, plethora. Spell uncomfortable. Can you spell alliance? Can you spell transparency? Next up, heresy. Your word is curious. Can you spell dauntless? The next word is asthma. All right, spell Commodore. All right, spell filter. Next up, shake. All right, spell water. All right, spell gender. Your word is noble. Your word is iron. Spell pear. The next word is exert. The next word is human. Spell dairy. All right, spell lather. Your word is scrutiny. All right, spell transaction. The next word is Tangerine. All right, spell pigeon. Your word is circle. All right, spell await. Next up, bayonet. Spell independence. Your word is cuisine. All right, spell prank. Spell vain. Spell comply. Can you spell margin? Your word is burial. All right, spell irony. Can you spell hungry? Your word is ruby. Spell absorb. The next word is gold. Can you spell refrain? The next word is debris. Your word is semicircle. Your word is noob. Noob. Can you spell obesity? Spell strategic. Can you spell integrity? Can you spell flavor? All right, spell seldom. Can you spell expenditure? Expenditure. All right, spell reincarnation. Spell champagne. The next word is twist. Next up, pie. Your word is robust. Your word is enact. Your word is giant. Can you spell duck? All right, spell stumble. Spell offender. All right, spell trauma. Can you spell exile? The next word is remarkable. All right, spell ionize. Your word is erupt. Your word is intent. Next up, automatic. Your word is film. Your word is password. Your word is familiar. Your word is concentration. Spell adolescent. Can you spell doctrine? Your word is gallant. Your word is neighboring. Spell catalog. Your word is rye. Can you spell pessimistic? Pessimistic. Your word is counterintuitive. The next word is acculturate. Spell passionate. Your word is colloquialism. All right, spell articulate. Articulate. Your word is residential. Next up, pygmy. Pygmy. Spell homeopathy. The next word is defy. Can you spell power? Your word is soda. Next up, town. The next word is random. Next up, state. Your word is warrior. All right, spell monk. All right, spell size. All right, spell quack. Next up, guideline. Spell burger. Spell vague. Spell lactose. Can you spell firefighter? Your word is breakthrough. right, spell sigh. Your word is immobilize. Your word is pronunciation. Your word is methodology. Spell sentimental. Can you spell portfolio? All right, spell periodically. Your word is combustible. Next up, euphoria. Your word is hotel. Next up, wrist. Spell word. The next word is forbid. Can you spell cabin? Next up, syntax. The next word is grub. All right, spell echo. The next word is oasis. Can you spell house? Spell probably. Next up, betray. Spell quill. Your word is workout. The next word is voluntary. The next word is appetite. All right, spell pray. All right, spell bingo. Can you spell magnificent? Can you spell abhorrent? Abhorrent. Can you spell legendary? Your word is limousine. Your word is exponential. Can you spell reply? Your word is convey. Your word is cliff. Can you spell length? Your word is ink. Next up, rally. The next word is greedy. All right, spell mix. Can you spell proof? All right, spell update. Spell dairy. The next word is subsidy. Next up, alphabet. Next up, vague. Next up, bayonet. Your word is absence. The next word is guideline. Spell overdue. Can you spell methodology? Next up, limousine. All right, spell aerodynamic. Next up, commodity. The next word is tangerine. All right, spell necromancer. All right, spell codicil. Codicil. The next word is abdomen. Spell rehabilitation. Spell bandeau. Can you spell separation? All right, spell mix. Can you spell human? Spell quack.